Hello DMs and welcome. Have you struggled with Travis picking? Find it hard to keep your thumbs steady, going between different bass notes while keeping your fingers independent from one another? This is the video for you. I have developed these exercises that I'm going to show you today after teaching for about 15 years, and I really want to help you. Section 1, we've got 3 exercises all about using your thumb, making sure it's nice and steady and can start working towards alternating between different bass notes. So for section 2, we're going to introduce the middle finger. This is where we're going to start to see some melody within the chord. For section 3, we're going to introduce the index finger, and this is where we're going to start to see some more melodic interest and some syncopation. And in section 4, you'll hear the full Travis picking style. And by then, you'll find it much easier as you work through all the other exercises. So there'll be 12 exercises in total. And right at the end, I'll show you a couple of ideas of what video 2 is going to bring to us, and just see how you can mix it into your own playing, whether you're arranging a song, you're writing a song, or you're just having a little play. So I've purposely chosen 3 really simple chords. We have an A chord, a D, and an E chord. The reason I've chosen these is because each one is rooted off a different string. So A is rooted off the 5th string, D is rooted off the 4th, and then E is rooted off the 6th. And the idea behind it is any chord that you know that is rooted off any of these 3 strings, you can use any of these patterns. So for instance, an A major is rooted off the 5th string, C major is also rooted off the 5th string. You can use the same approach to a C chord as we're doing it in the A chord in this case. We're going to do 2 bars of A, 2 bars of D, 2 bars of A, 2 bars of E, and then ending on an A chord just on beat 1. So the first exercise, we are going to use our thumb, and we're just going to be playing crotchets on each of these root notes. So A is off the 5th string, D is off the 4th string, and E is rooted off the 6th. So let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another bar. 1, 2, 3. To D. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 3, 4. Back to A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back to A. Well, that's really important to get that down, play along with the metronome, get that nice and tight so it's nice and steady. And then once you've done that, you can then move on to this next exercise, which is going between the root and the 5th of the chord. So on that A chord, we're going root, then 5, which is the 2nd fret of the D. And each of these chords, the 5th is in the same place, so it's on the next string down. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So A, 2, 3, 4. And again. A, 2, 3, 4 to D. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. 2, 3, 4. Back to A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then A. So for exercise number 3, for our A chord, we're going to play the 5th string, 4th string, 6th string, 4th string. So that, in terms of intervals, is root, 5, 5, 5. Back to the root. So for the D chord, we're playing the same shape. Root, 5, 5, 5. And then for our E chord, something slightly different here. We're going to go root, which is the 6th string, then to the 4th string, then to our 5th string, then to our 4th string. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So A. And to D. Once you've done all that, you can start introducing palm muting, which is a very common approach to this style, and it really separates the bass notes to the higher notes. So after that, you might want to start experimenting just by placing the palm just around where the saddle is, just here, so that kind of white bit on my guitar. And I'm just, place my palm right back there, and just to get that kind of thud, it sounds really good with this style. So we're going root. Sounds like that. But to be honest, it's not the biggest deal. The biggest deal at the moment is to try and get that thumb really steady and so it can play in time. So section number 2 is where we're going to start introducing some melody to our chord. We're going to use our middle finger and we're going to be using what we call like a pinch or a claw on the first beat. If I'm playing an A chord, my thumb's going to be playing the 5th string, and then my middle finger is going to be plucking the B string. Okay, so it looks like this. And it's like a pinch, so you play them both together on beat 1. Okay. Then if we go to the D chord, we do the same thing, but our set of fingers just goes down. So we're going to go D string, and we're pinching the high E string. Okay, then we go back to our A chord, we do the same thing, A and B. And then on E chord, we're playing the E string, the 6th string, and we're plucking the G string. So if we're looking at what we did in exercise number 1 with the thumb, is 4 crotchets just on the bass note or on the root note. Exercise number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. A. Okay, now let's introduce an alternate bass line, which is root 5, root 5. So this was exercise number 2 bass line with our little pinch at the start. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. A. So for exercise number 6, we're going to do the 3rd thumb pattern, okay, which is the root 5th, 5th, 5th. And we're going to introduce that with the claw. This time I'm going to introduce a bit of the palm musings just so you can hear how that sounds. Again, you don't have to, but you want to work towards using a bit of palm musing with the bass line. So let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for section number 3, we're going to introduce our index finger and we're going to add some syncopation in. And our index finger is going to be playing the and of beat 2. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. So for our A chord, if we go back to our first bass line note, which is just playing the root, we're going to go 1, 2, and then we hit the G string on the A chord. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. For the D chord, we hit the B, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Back to A, hitting the G string, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. E, same thing as the A chord, so the G string, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Back to A. So let's give that a shot with the bass line. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Root 5, 5. D, A. And for the next exercise, we're going to go root 5, lower 5th 5. So let's give that a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for section number 4, we're going to introduce another melody note. This is all coming on the and of beat 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And we're going to be using the middle finger again. So we're going to go back to that same string on each of these chords. We're going to use that middle finger. So we pinch with the middle finger on the 1, 2, and 3, and. So that middle finger comes back on the and 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Do it again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. For the D chord, same as the A. And on that E chord, sound like that. Okay, so let's give that a try from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2. Fall back to A. So for the next exercise, we're going to go root 5 with the thumb. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. Back to A. E. For the next one, we're going to go root 5 lower 5th. So this is the pinnacle of really good Travis picking. You can use this whether you're writing your own music or you're doing an arrangement of someone else's. I use this all the time. This one and probably the second one with the going root 5. So let's have a look at that exercise. We're going root 5 lower 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's like the foundation of Travis picking, and I'm just going to play a couple of different ways you can approach this in your own playing, whether, you know, if you're writing your own piece of music or if you're going to take someone else's song and arrange it in more of a Travis picking style. Now I'm going to be covering this in my second part of this because I think that this approach of playing, there's so much you can explore with different techniques, but this is definitely the foundation of Travis picking, so really get stuck into this. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and check out this video and playlist right here, which is all dedicated to fingerstyle guitar. Good luck and take care.